Geoff White, crime.com, From Viruses to Vote Rigging, How Hacking Went Global. In crime.com, From Viruses to Vote Rigging, How Hacking Went Global, author Geoff White delves into the evolution of cybercrime, tracing its roots from the counterculture techies of the 1960s to the convergence of organized crime, hacktivist movements, and state-sponsored hacking today. The book explores how cybercriminals have exploited technology and global connectivity to launch ransomware campaigns, infiltrate personal accounts, and compromise critical infrastructure. Readers can expect to learn about the rise of the dark web, the use of cryptocurrencies, and the powerful tactics behind massive cyber attacks carried out by both non-state actors and state-sponsored hacking teams.
Rise of Cybercrime. Cybercrime has become a pervasive and significant threat, with hackers using tactics from organized crime, hacktivist movements, and state-sponsored hacking. These groups are responsible for online bank heists worth millions of dollars, data breaches, and cyber attacks on critical infrastructure. As a result, it's difficult for anyone to stay protected. Cybercrime gangs traffic in stolen data and run extortion schemes while hacktivist movements aim to highlight perceived wrongdoing. State-sponsored hacking teams operate for intelligence and military purposes. The convergence of these groups has resulted in a surge in cybercrime, which is a major concern for everyone. The origin of hacker culture. The Internet was once limited to those with computer skills. Before the World Wide Web, hackers tinkered with technology and congregated on bulletin board systems. Hacker culture was born from a combination of hippie counterculture, self-reliant lifestyles promoted by the Whole Earth catalog, and the involvement of Grateful Dead lyricist John Perry Barlow. This countercultural perspective led to the formation of the Electronic Frontier Foundation, aimed at protecting online space from censorship and government control. The group's views were soon embraced by MIT's technical perspective, leading to an anarchic and mocking sense of humor in hacker groups like the Cult of the Dead Cow. The rise of cybercriminals. In the aftermath of the Soviet Union's fall, several engineering and technology graduates found themselves jobless and resorted to credit card fraud. As online retail sites like Amazon rose, and with them, cybercrime. Frauds gradually came together, forming criminal gangs. Although traditional criminal methods involved reselling products to cash in stolen card numbers, a software coder by the name of Yevgeny Bogachev revolutionized cybercrime by creating Zeus, a virus that targeted bank customers instead of bank computers. Customers' monitors would display what appeared to be the bank's website, but the virus withdrew funds from their accounts in the background and stole their passwords for future theft. This discovery led to more intense screening of American financial companies' cards from the Eastern Bloc. Through these events, card fraud became the backbone of a new criminal industry. The lucrative evolution of ransomware. Criminals used to rely on recruiting money mules to deposit portions of stolen funds, but this increased the risk of exposure. Now, they prefer to use ransomware, which demands a fee in bitcoins directly into cybercurrency wallets. Ransomware has become the zenith of cybercrime. One campaign alone brought in $325 million. Criminals also profit from stealing personal data, often from vulnerable call centers. Former call center employees used customer data to impersonate TalkTalk employees and swindle customers out of over £100,000. As our world becomes increasingly networked, humans remain the most vulnerable part of it. The dark web and its origins. The dark web was developed from a U.S. Naval Research Laboratory, NRL, project that United States intelligence agents would use to infiltrate websites without revealing their identity. The NRL's onion routing protocol formed the basis of a new protocol known as Tor, which encrypts a message and sends it through a chain of intermediary computers. An anonymized request might look suspicious to the infiltrated websites, so the Tor protocol made anonymously surfing the web feasible. Dark web then emerged as a home for criminals, drug dealers, and data traders, as well as for freedom fighters, journalists, and whistleblowers. Although it became revolutionary, the government's inclusion of hidden services opened a door for criminal activity. Ross Ulbricht's Silk Road online marketplace had primarily dealt with drugs until his arrest and a life sentence. As a result, similar sites on the dark web also offer a brisk trade in confidential corporate information. Notably, Bitcoin drove the creation of such criminal enterprises by allowing, for the first time, a secretive yet secure worldwide payment method for crooks and their customers. In recent times, cybercriminals have turned to mobile apps to conduct business. Hacking the Internet of Things. Hacktivists and cybercriminals have found a new weapon in the form of distributed denial of service, DDoS, attacks, which flood websites with so many page requests that they shut down. Criminal hackers have taken advantage of this technique, and the tool low-orbit ion cannon has increased its power by automating it. This has led to an increase in cybercrime, which now accounts for over half of all offences reported in the UK, with businesses losing over £1 billion annually due to fraud. Hackers have also now turned to the Internet of Things, IoT, using smart devices to break into computers and infect them with viruses. Minecraft, an online game, has particularly fallen victim to massive DDoS attacks launched by hackers. These attacks have caused widespread financial damage and are often carried out for personal vendettas or as an act of political protest by hacktivists. Cyber warfare and attacks. In recent years, an increasing number of countries have been using cyber warfare as a means to achieve their political and military objectives. The article explores several high-profile attacks that have taken place, highlighting the tactics used and their success rates. One of the most well-known examples is the Stuxnet virus, which was used to sabotage the centrifuges at Iran's Natanz nuclear plant. The article also covers how hackers have targeted the energy and power sectors, with Ukraine and the UK being notable victims. Furthermore, cybercriminals have weaponized stolen data by leaking it to the press and playing on public curiosity. One such example is the hack of Ashley Madison, a dating site for extramarital affairs. As technology continues to play an increasingly significant role in our lives, it's no surprise that it's being used as a tool of warfare. Countries are beginning to recognize the potential benefits of cyber warfare as a way to achieve their objectives. One of the most famous examples of this is the Stuxnet virus that was used to sabotage centrifuges at Iran's Natanz nuclear facility. The virus caused the plant's centrifuges to shift speeds erratically until they broke. Due to the sophisticated nature of the virus, many people believe that the US and Israel were involved in this operation. While the Stuxnet virus was a success, other attacks have been more devastating. For example, hackers took over a computer in Ukraine that controlled circuit breakers for 3 power companies. As a result, power to more than 100 cities, towns, and villages was cut off. Although Ukraine claimed that Russia was involved, they denied any responsibility. In 2017, hackers launched a virus attack on companies supplying the UK energy sector, potentially gathering intelligence to undermine portions of the power grid. Cybercriminals have also weaponized stolen data, as seen in the hack of Ashley Madison, where hackers threatened to release sensitive customer data unless the website was shut down. State-sponsored hackers have also targeted businesses and organizations for political gain. The Guardians of Peace, allegedly linked to the North Korean regime of Kim Jong-un, hacked Sony Pictures Entertainment in 2014 and leaked millions of sensitive documents and emails. North Korea is also suspected of being behind a series of bank heists between 2015 and 2018, stealing at least $122 million. In conclusion, the use of technology as a tool of warfare is increasing, and it's evident that there are many vulnerabilities in our complex systems. Attacks on critical infrastructure have the potential to cause widespread damage, and it's essential that governments work together to improve cybersecurity and prevent such incidents from happening again.
The rapid growth of cybercrime has penetrated the realms of organized crime, hacktivist movements, and state-sponsored hacking, demonstrating the pervasive nature of this threat. White's book highlights cybercriminals' ability to adapt and exploit technologies, from the dark web to ransomware, to carry out highly lucrative attacks with minimal detection. The story of cybercrime showcases the critical need for stronger defenses, increased cybersecurity, and international cooperation in the pursuit of a safer digital world. As cybercrime becomes a global issue, Crime.com serves as a timely reminder of the potential consequences as well as the challenges faced in battling cybercriminals, protecting personal data, and maintaining the security of critical infrastructure.